Oh, one, I am tardy. I'm so sorry. I don't want to waste your time. At this time, I'd like to call the Crystal City Council to order. Let's start with roll call.
Councilmember Banks is absent. Councilmember Budaszewski.
Here.
Councilmember Cummings.
Here.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Here.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Here.
Councilmember Parsons is absent. And Mayor Adams.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We have an agenda before us, looking for a motion on this agenda. Nancy,
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
thank you. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Thanks, Therese. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Next, we have a consent agenda. I'll read that into the record at this time. First item is the approval of the minutes from work session dated September 9th, 2021, and a council meeting from that same date. Then the approval of the list of license applications submitted by the city clerk to the city council. That list is on file in her office. And then the approval of a resolution executing a joint powers agreement between the state of Minnesota and the city of Crystal regarding internet crimes against children task force. And final item, approval of the execution of the joint powers agreement with Hennepin County related to access to the library and police station project. Looking for a motion on this one. Go ahead, John.
So moved.
All right, thank you. Looking for a second. All right, David.
Second that.
All right. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Is there anyone here wishing to speak during open forum? This is a time for the public to address the city council. Seeing nobody approach, we will skip by open forum and move on to the regular agenda. First item on the regular agenda are disbursements of $25,000 or greater. Health Partners, Inc. for September health insurance premiums is $125,546. Landscape structures for Yonker Park Play Area for $170,684. Nuss Truck and Equipment for replacement of truck number 311, $123,003. Ryan Construction Company for the 2021 Utility Reconstruction Project Payment number 2 for $551,411. Excuse me. Golden Water Joint Water Commission for August water costs, $280,430. West Metro Fire Rescue District for August contribution to the West Metro Fire for $110,140. MinPara for the employee city required contribution for 9/3/2021, $62,146. Total disbursements of over $25,000 is $1,423,362.01. Any questions on any one of these from the council? Go ahead, John.
Truck number 311, normally I get an invoice in my packet. Is there an invoice? I missed one?
That's usually if we're actually asking you to award the purchase.
Okay,
So this was previously approved by the council, and now you're just paying for it.
okay, all right. I'll withdraw that request.
Anyone else for any other questions? Looking for a motion then. Nancy?
I'll make a motion to approve the list of disbursements over $25,000.
Thank you. Therese?
I'll second.
Thank you. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Next item, we have our city planner, Dan Olson, here to address the council on building plans for 4741 Welcome Avenue North. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Tonight, you're asked to approve a site plan for a 4-unit residential building at 4741 Welcome Avenue North. This is the general location of the site here in blue, and then here is, it's mostly surrounded by, I'm sorry, this is West Broadway here, along this side, so that's kind of where it is. Guerin Construction is proposing to purchase the approximately 14,000 square foot vacant lot that is owned by the city's EDA, and build a 4-unit residential building on it. You may remember that the EDA approved the lot sale on June 15th of this year, contingent upon the approval of a site plan for the new building. The property is zoned R2, medium density residential. It is vacant. It's been vacant since 2010. It was formerly the location of a fourplex that was built in 1960. The adjacent uses, it's surrounded by a mix of low and medium density residential uses and some commercial buildings. Here is the proposed site plan showing the footprint of the building. There's a driveway here. This is an alley here off the back, and then this is Welcome Avenue off the front. There's a driveway here, here, and here. So each unit will have an attached garage to it. And then there's also a deck for each unit, two on the north side and then one each on the south side. This is the basement floor plan, which there's not much to see here. It's an unfinished basement, but there will be a rough-in for a future bathroom in each of the 4 units. This is the main floor. This is a two-story building, by the way. The main floor consists of a kitchen, dining room, living room, and a half bath. The second floor is there's 3 bedrooms for each unit, 2 full baths, and then a laundry room on the second floor. This is the building elevation, so this is what the building will look like. This is what the building will look like from Welcome Avenue here, and then this is from the alley. This is the north elevation, and this is the south elevation. The exterior materials are vinyl siding with some brick and stone veneer as accent materials. Here's some notable site elements for the project. The project or the building does meet setbacks and height requirements of the R2 zoning district. The building is 25 feet in height. For parking, each unit will have 2 spaces in the garage and then 2 spaces in the driveway. The UDC requires a minimum of 2 spaces, so it does exceed the minimum number of spaces. Stormwater management and erosion control. The applicant is proposing to install what's called French drains in the front yards that will funnel stormwater to city infrastructure. If you're familiar with rain gardens, it's very similar to a rain garden. It's more of a trench than a pit like a rain garden is, but it's more of a trench that takes the water to the city infrastructure. And then, as always, we always have erosion control during construction, and that includes silt fences, inlet protection, and rock construction entrances. For landscaping, there's 2 very large arborvitae that will be removed to make way for the driveways. And off of Welcome, and then 3 new species of trees are to be planted and 2 varieties of shrubs. So at the Planning Commission meeting this month, the Planning Commission recommended approval of the site plan. They determined that the project meets the requirements of city code. As I said, they recommended approval with the conditions in the staff report, one of which is requiring directional signage just off of Welcome to kind of direct the pedestrian or the visitor to where all the units are located. At the public hearing by the Planning Commission, 1 person from the public spoke. She had some questions about the project, but she was not opposed to it. So tonight we're looking for just a motion, not a resolution, to approve the site plan for Garenco Construction as recommended by the Planning Commission. The next steps is that the applicant has indicated that he will start construction this year, so that's exciting. And I'm available for questions if you have any. The applicant is also here as well.
Questions for Dan at this point from the council? Go ahead, Nancy.
One comment and one question. The comment is I really think the design fits well in this space, and that there's access on Welcome and for front and rear properties. I just have a question on attachment D, and this is me not knowing architecture well, but on the drawing, is that the roof? If you go back one, I think one or two more. One more,
This is the,
and one more.
okay.
One more.
This is one more, okay.
That one.
This one, yes.
Yeah, it just a comment, it looked like an MC Escher drawing here. You know, that multi-dimensional?
Yeah.
Kind of plays a trick on your eye. Is that the roof?
Yeah, that's basically the roof. It's a footprint of the building as you're kind of looking down on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. I was just curious. I thought, what is that?
It's
Thank
a,
you.
Yeah.
it's a cargo bay for Starship Enterprise.
Thank you. I was hoping for a sci-fi reference there. Thank you.
Sorry about that, I couldn't help it.
No, I think the design looks really great and works really, really well with this space.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Therese.
So maybe you addressed this before, and if you did, I apologize, but are these going to be sold individually, or is there going to be a landlord that rents this space out, or do you have a plan for that at this point?
Could you introduce him, Dan?
Yes, this is Emeka Okapu. He's with Guerenco Construction, so he can answer that.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, I just want to thank you. I don't have much to say. I want to thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, to answer your question,
Can you move your mic closer straight up so you,
Just
no, move the mic.
Yeah, just, there you
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
to answer your question, the unit will not be sold individually. When I started the initiative with EDA, the main purpose is I want a place for my family to live. You know, I have a young family, and I know the neighborhood support the plan that I have, and even though it looks like a townhome, I don't intend to sell it, you know, but I did the design because I want something more convenient for my family to live in.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to live in one unit with my family, and I'm going to rent the other 3 units out.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to be on the site. I'm going to be take care of the management of the property, lawn care, snow removal, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Any other questions for the applicant? Is there anything else that you want to tell us? Rather, just direct answer to a question? Okay.
Nothing else, you know. I just want to introduce myself and say thank you. You know, I'm happy to be amongst you tonight.
Yeah.
I was at the last planning commission meeting.
Okay.
You know, it was fun. You know, and kind of like it. You know, and I'm happy to be here today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, welcome to Crystal. I know you're not originally from Crystal, so,
It's a great neighborhood.
yeah,
Yeah?
It's a great
place.
neighborhood, you'll like it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been driving around a lot since I started this stuff. I've been driving around. I know, you know, the water park and the, you know, so yeah.
very good.
Just watch out for the guy in the black Highlander, he drives really fast, so.
All right.
Oh,
Any other
thank you.
questions for Dan or the applicant? Seeing none, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
I can make a motion.
Awesome. Thanks, John.
Make a motion to approve the site and building plan for 4741 Welcome Avenue North, subject to the conditions outlined in the staff report.
All right. Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Nancy. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right, I guess this is the time I'm supposed to welcome you. After the vote, not before. All right, congratulations. Dan has the next item as well. We're going to be discussing the Joint Airport Zoning Board. Go ahead, Dan.
Yes. I'll make this a fairly brief presentation because I spoke about this in detail on August 17th, but I'm happy to answer any questions you might have beyond this presentation. So tonight you're being asked to appoint representatives for the Joint Airport Zoning Board, which is affectionately known as JASB. As I said, you're asked to select members and alternates for a temporary task force called the JASB that would conceivably last until the end of 2022. At the August 17th council work session, you directed that the membership of the JASB be as follows. The members would be myself, and then a planning commission member, and then the alternates would be John Sutter, and then another planning commission member. The alternates would only attend the meetings if the members were not able to. So on September 13th, the planning commission selected Joe Sears as a member, and then Harley Heigl, who is here tonight, as an alternate. So tonight you're asked to adopt a resolution appointing the Crystal representatives for the JASB in order to update the 1983 Crystal Airport zoning ordinance.
All right. Any questions for Dan? Seeing none, looking for a motion? I'll move the slate of candidates to be adopted. And looking for a second? John?
Second motion.
All right. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, the council will consider a resolution authorizing the replacement of control systems for the Maryland Sanitary Sewer Lift Station. Public Works Director Mark Ray is here to address the council. Welcome, Mark.
Good evening, council members. All right, good. I didn't break the internet. Point of interest for you all, that truck that you approved the payment on today was approved by this council in November of 2019, in case you were wondering. All right, so the first item up here is the Maryland lift station controls. The image you see here actually is thanks to Mike Peterson. That is a completely photoshopped image of the new control cabinet in the existing spot. So the scope is to replace the cabinet that you see here and the controls that are inside of it, as well as some wiring within the structure. Funding for this comes $100,000 from sanitary sewer CIP and then $100,000 from the IT CIP, because we need to do this in preparation of shooting fiber to it. So it's like a prep for that. The costs so far incurred this year, a little about $137,000 for the fiber optic. That's pretty much done, as a matter of fact. And I got word earlier this week that is currently under budget, although I'm not sure how much under budget. The proposed project you see here is $64,000 or $64,048 for the control replacement. It's the same vendor that we use for all the other lift stations. We're standardizing the equipment. So this project is about $2,000 over the funding available. However, we're going to cover some of that with our operating funds, as well as if the fiber optic project is under budget, that'll help offset that difference. So this is kind of what we'll come to look. We have notified the 4 homeowners around, provided them this image and a heads up of what's potentially coming. So they have been made aware of it, and I'm not aware of any concerns being raised at this point in time. So with that, the item before you is a authorization to proceed with the replacement of the control systems for the Maryland lift.
All right, questions for Mark? Seeing no questions. Looking for a motion.
All right,
Go ahead,
so
Dave.
I'll make a motion to approve a resolution for the replacement of control systems at the Maryland Sanitary Sewer Lift Station.
Thank you. Looking for a second, John?
Second that motion.
All right. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. So Mark is here to talk about the fiber installation again.
So this one, we're continuing the build out that we've done so far. We're looking at having reliable and redundant communications to all of our kind of infrastructure that supports water and wastewater. Fiber optic will be the primary way, and then we'll have cellular as the backup. To provide some overall context, so far we've completed 5 of our sanitary sewer lift stations. We have 1 stormwater lift station, the Adair lift, which is scheduled hopefully next year, the following year, and then 7 of 9 joint water facilities. Now those are obviously not under this council's purview, but I wanted to provide the perspective that what we're doing here is kind of mirroring, or actually Joint Water Commission is really following our lead in trying to build out a fiber network there, since kind of the back end stuff does talk to each other. The proposed projects for 2022 are connection of fiber optic to the Maryland lift station and then the Adair stormwater lift station. However, that part of the project will be done as part of the Gulkey stormwater project. So the item before you today is going to be connecting fiber optic to this one. The connection actually comes from the north and will run down Maryland Avenue there. Funding for it in the IT CIP, it's $100,000. The cost is $44,346. So obviously there's about $55,000 left. The balance of that will go towards the Adair Stormwater Lift Station fiber as part of the Gulkey Pond project. So with that, council being asked to approve the resolution authorizing contract with Logis for the fiber optic connection to the Maryland Lift Station. Any
Thank you, Mark.
questions?
Go ahead, Dave.
I just have a question. What exactly does fiber optic do, and is it
Yeah.
is it replacing anything, or is it like?
Yeah, so right now, we have some cellular and some radio connection. And so what fiber optic does, so that actually, it's the Golden Valley Towers where that antenna is, and it goes to not only Golden Valley stuff, but Crystal stuff as well to do the reads. And so at best, we get information every 15 to 20 minutes. However, because it's older, that isn't always the case. So the fiber optic gives us quicker ability to see what's going on, more real time. It's more reliable. And then the biggest thing about it is right now, if there's an alert, something's wrong, all we get is a notification of, hey, there's something wrong at this lift station. Whereas with the fiber, we'll be able to kind of break that down a little more and get more detailed information on what the alerts are. Our experience with the West lift station, just down the street here, is that it's actually saved us from bringing somebody in on call to check it out because the alert was basically something that could be handled the following day. So it'll help us kind of from a staff management and awareness, situational awareness standpoint as well.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Seeing none, looking for a motion then.
Second one, all right.
All right, thanks.
So, let's see, I make a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the contract for fiber optic installation to the Maryland Avenue Sanitary Sewer Lift Station.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, John.
I second that motion.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. So we do have a few announcements. The city will be meeting in their next work session on Thursday, September 23rd. That's at 6:30 PM here at Crystal Hall, City Hall. And then the Environmental Quality Commission is sponsoring electronics recycling event with Tech Dump on Saturday. That's September 25th from 9 a.m. to noon at the Crystal Community Center. Please visit www.techdump.org for more information. Just a reminder, there are charges for some items. The Blue Line Extension Open House is Wednesday, September 29th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Crystal Community Center. Then the Tri-City Community Engagement Forum with the police departments representing the cities of New Hope, Crystal, Robbinsdale is Saturday, October 2nd from 10 a.m. to noon at the Crystal Community Center. The next council meeting is Tuesday, October 5th, 7 p.m. in the Crystal Chambers at City Hall. You can attend via Zoom. Special materials drop-off is Saturday, October 9th from 8 to 3 p.m. That's at Brooklyn Park Operations and Maintenance Facility. It's 8300 Noble Avenue North. Feel free to visit their website, www.hrg-recycling.com for more information. Reminder that city council meetings are open to the public. Current and previous meetings are available for viewing and listening on our website, www.crystalmn.gov. I have an additional item I'm going to add. I'm hosting a biblical citizenship class starting October 18th. It's open to the public, and if you would like to go to that, sign up at patriotacademy.com. Covers some constitutional things in there as well. Any other announcements? Oops. Seeing none? Go ahead, John.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, Nancy?
I'll second.
All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries.